A reading from the Gospel of Matthew. When Jesus saw the crowds, he went up the mountain, and after he sat down, his disciples came to him. Then he began to speak, and he taught them, saying, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they will receive mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when people revile you and persecute you and utter all kinds of evil against you falsely on my account. Rejoice and be glad, for your reward is great in heaven. For in the same way they persecuted the prophets who were before you." In the Gospel of Matthew, we hear those famous words of Jesus, the Beatitudes, where he describes for his disciples and for all of us what a blessed life looks like. Some of it is surprising, some of it is intuitive, some of it is counterintuitive. But what it is comprehensive. My colleagues and I last week were involved in a peaceful march down King Boulevard, down King Drive, protesting for justice and for love, for mercy and truth. We gathered with other faith leaders, interfaith leaders, and others who walked for 3 miles in an expression of solidarity with those in our society who find themselves being treated with less than the fullness of their human dignity, and standing up for the idea that the systems in which we all live and breathe and have our being, that they might be righteous and aligned with our values as Christians. And as we were getting ready to go on this march, my friends and I were figuring out what to put on our cardboard signs, which weren't that big, and trying to reduce some sort of pithy saying. We said, what about justice? What about peace? What about love? And the interesting thing was that nothing that would fit onto one piece of cardboard felt like it was enough on its own. We needed to say things like, there needs to be justice and peace, and there needs to be love and mercy and accountability, and we need to be fierce and strong and gentle and loving. And so that one exercise of trying to reduce to one piece of cardboard what it is we wanted to say as Christians with our Christian witness in this world, we found that difficult, and so we should find that difficult when we listen to the words of Jesus in the Beatitudes. We are to hunger and thirst after righteousness, and we are to be seekers of peace, peacemakers in the world. And so we are to be aware of our own humanity and the humanity of those around us, and in the fullness of everything that we can possibly be as individuals, and then who we can be as a church, because no one person could fulfill all that Jesus laid out in the Beatitudes. It has to be all of us as the body of Christ. It has to be all of us as God's church, as Christ's body in the world. So may this day find you reflecting on what you might put onto a single sign to try and proclaim your Christian identity and your Christian solidarity with all of God's people. May God give you grace to see how it is that you can proclaim God's love, justice, and mercy in this world on this day, in all that you are and who you are and all that you bring into this world by God's grace. May God bless you and keep you. Amen.